So, people out there who exist and all that types of stuff, we need to talk about this. So, remember that video where I've uploaded about me ranting and complaining about this whole YouTube agreeing to this whole Article 13 thing? Well, I was ranting all over on as if all of this is mostly YouTube's fault, and um, I've learned something today, or I've learned a lot of things after that video. A lot of this isn't even YouTube's fault at all. So, from what I've heard, or from what I've seen, especially from the film theory in particular, um, Article 13 is like sneaking its way into the internet. And what I mean by that is that from what I've seen from not just film theory, but also from PewDiePie, they both read about this whole Article 13 thing. This thing is being very vague about what it's trying to accomplish. So that maybe that's why it's very close to getting into its final stages already. It's basically tricking the internet into agreeing to what it has to offer. And what it has to offer is basically nothing but absolute garbage. And the death of the internet, basically. So I also learned that YouTube, well, I don't know if it's just YouTube that signed to it on accident, but it's also everything on social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, and any other source of internet that I can think of that I didn't name with my fingers. So it's not just YouTube that's gonna die. It's basically the entire internet. It's even the memes. And what's even weird about the memes is that we never thought there was ever such thing as an end to the memes, but I guess there's an entire article that's going to end memes. This sounds weird too. So it's not just YouTube that accidentally agreed to something that it didn't want to agree to, I guess. It's also Facebook. It's also Instagram. It's also Twitter. It's also any type of social media that you can think of. So, and here's the worst thing about it. So from what people told me, at least, to not worry about it is the fact that it's going to affect Europe, which at first sounds like okay, I'm sorry, Europe, but I live in the US, so it's not going to affect me, so why should I care? Well, here's the thing. This EU and all that types of crud owns all the social media stuff, at least. And by owns, I mean, basically, it is going to affect us, even if we don't live in Europe at all. So, I could be affected by this, which I didn't even know that. And because of that, which is also the reason why I've been pushing my videos for quite a lot of time, because I wasn't for sure if this whole thing was like very vague or it was like false, but turns out I am wrong. As a matter of fact, this thing is true, as much as I hate to say it. So this is mostly just a fix of what I said not too long ago. The people that are assigning this Article 13 stuff, rethink what you're doing, and let me just ask you, is it really worth taking down the internet? Is it really worth taking down what built the internet? Because I don't think so. Because I know copyright, and I understand why people would, do it and all that types of stuff, but Article 13 is going out of its way to basically destroy the internet, which I never actually thought would ever happen. So all I can do right now is just spread awareness that Article 13 is being very vague about what's going on, and they're not just going to affect Europe, they're going to affect the entire world. And once they do, it's gonna really suck. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna really suck. And the only real way I can contact you guys is through Discord. And now that I think about it, not only that, but there actually might be a possibility this could also affect Twitch as well. That's the worst part. So it's not just affecting YouTube, it's gonna affect like I said, every social media possible. Twitch could maybe be one of them, actually. Who knows? So, all I can hope for is that we can do something to stop this whole Article 13 thing before it's too late and the end of the world is coming. So, I hope you guys do something. And the only thing I can think of right now is spread the awareness. Just spread it. I know there's a lot of you guys who watch my content that are not from Europe at all. Maybe even a few of you from Australia. Maybe. But at most, please, this is serious. Because this isn't something that's going to affect the Splatoon community. This isn't something that's just going to affect the Splatoon community. This is something that's going to affect everything on the internet. So we gotta do something.